people on Wonderland Road. And the reason for that is because for almost the last week we've had a significant weather event, and people have learned their lessons and they're staying off of Wonderland Road, and they're using Highway 4, which is faster, safer, fully plowed, or they're using Hyde Park Road, which is 10 kilometers an hour faster than this one, fully plowed, fully salted. What are you doing, Bronco? They've got their big mud tires on there, which are not snow capable. And you just drove from the highway to get to a road that is not plowed, not salted, is not straight, is not flat. So you must live on Wonderland Road then, right? And before we get too far, I live on Wonderland Road. My destination is the end of Wonderland Road. But as you can see, you might get a little bit of sand on this road. That's it. And the only plowing that they ever do is to push the banks back to try to limit the amount of windrows and blowing snow that is dealt with on this road. If it wasn't for the sun that was out the past couple of days, this road would still be completely covered. So again, the road that's directly to our right is Highway 4. It's fully plowed, fully salted, it's completely straight, completely flat, and it only has one possible stop, and that's at Ilderton Road. There's a stop there, there's a traffic light there. Yes, you have to slow down and burr for a split second. I mean an absolute split second. But this road has 3 guaranteed stops on it, and it's not a highway. He's doing 63 in an 80. And again, why wouldn't you go up the highway? Especially that Bronco. The Bronco literally drove past it or came off of it to kind of zigzag to come over here. Me, I have a fully capable all-wheel drive vehicle. I have the best snow tires on the market. And I've been driving this route for 12 years. So, I wouldn't say that's my excuse, quote unquote, but that's my excuse. And I say that because it's just the way to work. It's the road I live on, and the destination is clearly at the end. But again, the road that is to our left here is Hyde Park Road. And it is 10 kilometers an hour faster than this road, Wonderland Road. It is completely straight, completely flat, has actually been fully repaved within the past 2 to 3 years from top to bottom. You have one possible slowdown in Ilderton, possible, for that split second, but then it's back up to 90 kilometers an hour again, 10 kilometers an hour faster than this road. If I could take Hyde Park Road, I would take Hyde Park Road every single day, but I have to drive out of my way to get there and then go out of my way to get back to my destination. It just doesn't make sense. The road I live on is very available to me, hence the road that I live on, and I just take that up because my destination is the end of that road. But I'll also point out that that van sat there for 2 minutes at that traffic light just for the privilege of sitting there at a traffic light for 2 minutes when they could have headed towards the highway or headed towards Hyde Park Road, and they would have already been at their destination. This is the only plowing that the plows do right here. They don't plow the road, they plow the shoulder. And we've documented that I don't know how many times on this channel. group actually has been fairly decent, but some of the other groups, you know, it's just like, oh, you don't know, you don't know this, and you don't know that, and it's like, I actually do, you know, and it's documented on this channel repeatedly. So until you can find documentation and support evidence and submit videos or do whatever to the contrary, guess what? I might be wrong one of these days, but it's not going to be today. It's not going to be any day that ends in Y. Got the Bronco up there. But yeah, how many cars have passed us going the opposite direction? If this was a normal day, it would have been, we probably would have seen close to 100 by now. But cars have ended up in the ditch, cars have ended up off the road, cars have ended up having to turn around and go back home, and the odd few have learned their lesson that coming down an unmaintained side road in the wintertime with vehicles that are not equipped for it, no all-wheel drive, no snow tires, is not a good idea. They've maybe learned that for a split second. How many vehicles have we documented that have ended up off the road in accidents on this road? It's too many to count. In fact, we just passed a spot where a pickup truck actually flipped over 3 times. Again, not equipped for this road, no business being on this road. So, vehicle up there just turned right. So they're heading towards the highway now. Snow's so high that you can't even see the sign that says a stop sign coming up. So that's one person that's heading towards the highway that could have already been at their destination, could have been on that highway. Anybody who's turning left is heading towards Hyde Park Road, which again has one possible slowdown compared to 3 guaranteed stops, is 10 kilometers an hour faster than this road, is completely straight, completely flat, and has been fully repaved top to bottom in the past 2 to 3 years. So that's what you're seeing right there, is those 3 heading towards Hyde Park Road, which is the only destination on this section of road. We got another vehicle here that drove past the highway to get to Wonderland Road. And you might say, well, the Roman line's up there. Okay, I'll subscribe. They came down the Roman line, a gravel road that has 2 businesses on it. That's it. Okay, they came down the Roman line. The Roman line is closer to Highway 4. Again, I'd like to try to emphasize that point, that it's a highway. It's closer to Highway 4 than it is Wonderland Road. So you've now driven out of your way to go down Wonderland Road. But we know that's not the case. We know that they've driven past the highway to get to Wonderland Road because they think it's a quote-unquote shortcut because everybody else is taking it. So you're either going to be the sheep herder or you're going to be the sheep in that situation. And either way, not a good situation to be in. There's the Roman line. And from the Roman line, we can actually see the lights at the highway. So you tell me which one's closer. But yeah, I'll subscribe that they came down a road that only has 2 businesses on it and it's gravel. I'll subscribe to that. Then why are you going down a road that is not maintained, is not a highway, has 3 guaranteed stops on it? It's curvy, hilly, and statistically is one of the most dangerous roads in this area. Actually, sorry, it is the most dangerous road in this area. So 2 vehicles that could have been using the highway, 3 that could have been using Hyde Park Road. And again, say, well, there's the highway, why are you driving past it? Why weren't you on it? There's the highway, track bare. So why wouldn't you use the highway? Well, I'd have to drive out of my way. I'd have to drive through other people's neighborhoods to get there when my house faces Wonderland Road. So I don't need to use other roads. I have a perfectly viable road in front of my house that I'm perfectly capable of driving on. Again, 12 years of driving on it, all-wheel drive vehicle, best snow tires on the market, and left myself plenty of time to get to work on top of that so I don't have to speed and do stupid stuff. I don't know. I'm in the minority there, that's for sure. But I just wish people would think for themselves. I wish they would, just kind of sit back for 1 second and analyze that situation. Oh, I could go over here, it's 10 kilometers an hour faster and it's safer. Or, oh, I could go over here, it's a highway, it's flat, it's safe, and it doesn't have any stops on it. Use your head, people. Nothing would make me happier than shutting down this channel